The water was still running when she said it. Steam clung to the bathroom mirror, blurring our reflections as if the glass itself refused to bear witness. Her voice, low, hesitant, almost swallowed by the rush of water, slipped through the sound like a secret meant to drown. "Daniel, my ex lives next door. Can I see him?" For a moment I thought I misheard. I turned, the water hitting my back like needles. Her face was half hidden behind her wet hair, her eyes avoiding mine. She didn't repeat it. She didn't need to. The words burned themselves into my skull, each one finding its place like a match falling into gasoline. My first instinct wasn't anger. It was confusion. A cold, suffocating confusion that wrapped around my chest. Why would she even want that? "Excuse me," I managed, my voice caught between a laugh and a gasp. She glanced at me briefly, then back to the wall. "I just meant, it's been years. We're neighbors now." I thought maybe saying hello wouldn't hurt. Hello. That's what she called it. A hello to the man she once loved. Maybe still loved? I didn't respond. Not immediately. I just finished rinsing the soap from my hair, my mind spinning like a washing machine full of jagged rocks. The shower suddenly felt too small, the air too thick. It started to unravel after that. That night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling while Emma scrolled through her phone beside me, the pale glow lighting up her face like a mask. I thought about the man next door, the faceless figure who had once held her hand, kissed her neck, known her secrets. Now he was a wall away, close enough to hear her laugh if the windows were open. Had they already seen each other? Had there been a glance, a smile, a message? I told myself I was overthinking. But the seed was planted, and it grew like mold in the dark corners of my mind. 3 days later, the first crack appeared. I came home early from work, half a day off, a rare gift, and I saw her. She was outside, leaning on the low wooden fence that separated our yard from the neighbors. Her head was tilted, her hair falling like a curtain, her laugh soft and familiar. And there he was, taller than me maybe, dark hair, sharp jaw. They weren't touching, but their bodies leaned in just enough to speak a language I didn't want to read. I stood there in the driveway, keys digging into my palm, watching the scene like a stranger peering into someone else's life. He saw me. Her expression didn't change right away. It froze first, then softened into something between guilt and forced normalcy. "Daniel," she called, her voice too bright. "This is Evan. My old friend." Friend. The word tasted rotten even from a distance. I walked over, shook his hand. His grip was firm, his smile polite. Too polite. "How do you two know each other?" Yes. They exchanged a glance, quick, electric. "We dated back in college," she said. "Years ago." Evan added. "Small world, huh?" Small world. Small enough to trap me in this quiet suburban cage with my wife's past standing one fence away. That night I didn't touch her. She reached for my hand in bed, and I let it slip away. "You're mad," she whispered. "I'm thinking," I said. "About what?" "About why you told me in the shower, of all places. Why you wanted to see him. Why now?" She sighed, pulling the covers up to her chin. "Daniel, it's nothing. I was just curious. Don't make this a thing." But it was already a thing. Over the next few weeks, she changed in small, almost imperceptible ways. More makeup on weekends. Longer walks in the garden, always timed with the sound of his garage door. A softness in her tone when she mentioned the neighbors. I tried to confront her gently at first. "Are you sure this is just innocent?" I asked one morning over coffee. She met my eyes unflinching. "Do you not trust me?" I wanted to say yes. God, I wanted to. But trust isn't a light switch. It's a bridge, and hers was starting to sway in the wind. The breaking point came on a Tuesday. I came home later than usual, the sky bleeding into dusk. The living room lights were dim, the curtains half drawn. I heard laughter, hers high and unguarded. Through the slit of the curtains I saw them. On the sofa. Not touching, not yet. Close. Too close. her body angled toward him, his hand resting on the backrest behind her head. I didn't burst in. I didn't shout. I walked in calmly, set my briefcase down and said, "Evening." Evan stood up instantly, mumbling something about leaving. She followed him to the door, whispering things I couldn't hear. When she came back, I was still standing there. "Was that just a hello too?" Yes. Her mouth opened then closed. "He came over to borrow a book. We were just talking." "A book?" I repeated, my voice hollow. "At 8 in the evening. While I'm at work. It's not what you think." "No." "Then tell me, what am I supposed to think?" She didn't answer. That night I made a decision. Not out of rage would have been easy. This was something colder, cleaner. I started documenting, quietly. Text messages I'd glimpsed over her shoulder, the way she always angled her phone now, the nights she went for a walk and came back with that glow in her cheeks. And then, one Friday I found it. A message thread, half hidden in a folder she thought I wouldn't check. "Evan, I miss the way you used to look at me." "Emma, stop, you'll get me in trouble." "Evan, what if we just talked one night? For old time's sake." "Emma, Daniel wouldn't understand." There it was. The line that told me everything. She wasn't saying no. She was saying not yet. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I waited. 2 days later, she told me she was going to a late yoga class. I nodded, kissed her cheek, and wished her fun. Then I followed her. Not with a car. On foot, in the dark, staying behind the hedges like a ghost. She didn't go to yoga. She went to his house. The porch light flicked on, the door opened, and she slipped inside. When she came home, I was in the shower. Steam filled the room again, the same as the night she'd whispered that first seed of betrayal. She stepped in behind me, her hands hesitant on my back. "Hey," she murmured. "Missed you tonight." I turned slowly, meeting her eyes through the mist. "Did you?" She froze. "What do you mean?" "I saw you," I said. My voice was steady, almost too steady. "I saw you at his house." Her lips parted, then closed. "Daniel, it's not." "Don't lie." My tone was ice. "You didn't just see him. You planned it. You lied to my face." Tears welled in her eyes, but I didn't move. "Daniel, I'm sorry. I wanted to know if there was still something there. I didn't mean to hurt you." I laughed, a sound that didn't feel like mine. "Didn't mean to hurt me. You carved me open with a whisper and kept twisting the knife." She reached for me. I stepped back, water dripping between us like a curtain. That night I packed a bag. Not all my things, just enough. "I'm leaving," I told her, standing at the door. "Where will you go?" she asked, her voice cracking. "Somewhere I can breathe." She sobbed then, real and raw, but I didn't stay to comfort her. That wasn't my job anymore. Weeks passed. She called, texted, begged to meet. Said it was a mistake, that it never went further than a kiss. Maybe that was true. Maybe not. But here's the thing about betrayal. It isn't measured in miles crossed, but in the step you take away from the person who trusts you. She took that step. 6 months later, the divorce papers were signed. The house sold. She still lives next door to him, I heard. Maybe they're together now. As for me, I sleep without the ceiling staring back at me. I shower without ghosts in the steam. And when people ask why I left, I tell them the truth. Because sometimes the quietest words, the ones whispered between drops of water, are the ones that shatter everything. End.